What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Dandadan, this time with the final episode of Season 1. It's now confirmed that there will be a Season 2 coming out very soon as well, July 2025, so about 6 months away. I imagine they probably gauged that this show is probably going to be really popular, either beforehand or during the opening episodes, and hopefully they kind of started then. Again, I think it was massively popular right out the gate, so I've got no issues with that. I'm hoping it's not a case of they're kind of rushing, but like I said, I feel like they probably did prepare for this, or if they didn't, maybe they should have, because again, the reception this show's got has been pretty incredible so far. Really, like last episode, we got introduced to Gigi, who's alright, a bit annoying, but then again, I also thought Ira wasn't the nicest or best character ever, and I came to really enjoy her, so hopefully that'll be the same for Gigi, although again, he's a little bit annoying. He has some funny moments, but yeah, more so annoying for me anyway. But yeah, looking forward to continuing off this kind of human anatomy weirdness that we ended off last episode with. Do let me know what you guys think about this finale episode though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. I'm really interested in how they're going to follow up the opening. Yeah, that's going to be like almost an impossible task. Must be quite the patient people, these anatomy things. Anatomical model, that's the one. Yeah, what happened to that? Still haven't found this OST. Let's play it right now, and I'd love to. Oh, it looks like yeah, it looks like Momo's wearing a pair of lungs. The stomach, I think. Don't know what that is at the front. Well, it's not like she's blushing or anything, is it? Good on you, bro. Against this guy. And I'm still interested in GG the GG kind of backstory of what's going on with the cursed house. I think we saw a bit of that in the preview and it looked really cool. Okay, cool. I did see the new key visual for the next season, and there's no Ira. It is just Gigi as like the main center point of the artwork, which is interesting. So perhaps we won't kind of finish up that whole situation today. Reminds me of me and my friends breaking into my old high school. It was very scary. I certainly wasn't doing this, but one of us decided to jump. Probably, I think the ceiling was probably about 10 meters, 15 meters from the ground, and you'd have to jump on. You'd have to jump on a trampoline. He almost missed, and yeah, that would have fucked him up big time. But yeah, then he let us in from there. There's like a hatch on top. Terrifying stuff. I'd have never done that. But damn, 4 a.m. Oh, is this him? Hey, nice. A love story for all ages, throughout the ages. Fair play to Momo's though, by the way. Staying up to bloody 4 a.m. for this. I don't know if she's got to wait all the time, does she? Oh shit. See again, this is what I'm looking forward to with GG. The Tall Man. You guys ever seen yeah, I doubt it, any of the Phantasm movies? There's a kind of, I wouldn't say he looks similar, but he's got that kind of similar kind of intimidating, but he's called the Tall Man. You can judge what he's like from that, I think. But yeah, he's quite a good kind of villain. But as I said, I'm really looking forward to the more serious moments with GG. Again, I don't really find him that funny or anything. I see a lot of people really love his character right from the off, and I just yeah, he's not awfully funny. In my opinion, it's not my type of humour. I find Oka and Momo and Ira quite a bit more funny, actually. Maybe it's because we relate to them more. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm really like a nerd or I was ever in a position like Oka or anything, but especially as a kid. But as an adult, I actually relate to it more, which is interesting. You'd expect to relate less as you kind of grow older, but I think my path's honestly been the opposite of what other people's usually is. Let's go to the cursed house. As I said earlier on, I feel like we're not going to be finishing this today, which is an interesting choice, isn't it? I guess it's kind of lucky that the next season is only in a few months, because ending on a what I imagine will be a cliffhanger Yeah, it's an interesting way of ending your anime, isn't it? Oh, damn. Or maybe it's just because I'm way too again I'm way too invested with Okarun's kind of Okarun and Romo's relationship. Yeah, I'm just like so biased towards Okarun. I'm not. I also did hear some interesting comments about Sugita's involvement in this show. Apparently, like the author or something, the director, I can't remember who, but someone just said like he has to be in this just because his connecting with Gintama. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff and like references and little bits like that in this show. I think if you want to look for them, there's a lot of kind of there's a lot of meat on the bones. There's a lot behind the surface, perhaps I should say. Tsuchinoko. I think that's like a really cute snake. Yeah, like a really cute, kind of chubby looking like snake thing. They definitely like putting a lot of facial expressions on this guy, don't they? I've already seen Nessie. Actually, have quite in common as much as a bit of a rival. I don't know. To me, it just feels like they try a bit too hard with him. Like every other moment, they're trying to make a funny moment. Like if they calmed it down a bit, yeah. It's a really cool setting, isn't it? Look at that. I mean, it'd probably be a pain in the ass living here having to walk up all these steps. Oh shit, there's the person we saw in the preview. That looked like the woman from Friday the 13th, Part 5. Oh, they're all looking dodgy, aren't they? But yeah, as I said, it'd probably be a pain in the ass actually living in this place. Doing so much climbing, but I always climb steps when there's a possibility to anyway. Not when there's a possibility to, but if there's a choice between elevator and stairs, I'm usually always going stairs. Also reminds me of that the Rocky kind of training segments. Like I said, it just feels like they're trying way too hard with him. I don't know. This is gonna be some good training for Okarun because running uphill is what makes you I mean, I know they're steps, but it's good fitness, and running up hills makes you faster. That's usually one of the best ways to train with sprinters and such, sprinting up hills. Sniper. I love that pose from that woman. It's so badass. I love it. Again, it reminds me of something like a little bit like like a family kind of Resident Evil 7, which is obviously based off Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like one of those like fucked up kind of families. You know what I'm saying? I like that kind of trope. I think it's the whole place in this regard, though. I don't think it's just like family. I think this whole area is just like possessed or cursed or something. Maybe they're hiding in people. Not the precious shoulder. Kind of looks like Tanjiro with that backpack on, doesn't he? Okay. Oh, fancy Yoko. To be honest, with starters, you probably just get him to toe poke it. Oh no! If that falls down that hill as well, what a pain in the ass it'd be to get football back. I play, yeah, I play football quite a lot. So again, I think we'll start with beginners. Again, maybe best just to get them to toe poke it because at least it goes straight. Guys. Alright, yeah. Are you in love with Momo? I mean, it should be pretty obvious, right? He's been active. He's been acting a bit defensive. Although, if with Gigi, it doesn't feel like he's like, it doesn't feel like he's like fully after her in that sense. You know what I'm saying? He definitely pays a lot of attention to her and talks to her a lot, makes her laugh a lot, but it doesn't. It doesn't. I feel like he'd be a lot harsher to Okarun if he did like Momo. Oh dear. Well, it's quite lucky those guys are possessed. I think that'd be worse if those guys weren't possessed. What do you mean you win? So he does like her. Like I said, I guess that is a bit of a. Oh, is he going to bring that up? Is he too embarrassed to even bring that up? uh, yeah, he does. Again, I appreciate the fact that Gigi, like I said, I feel like he could have been horrible to Okaran, and like there's ways of pushing Okaran out if he did like her, and he does like her, so it shows that he's actually a good guy. I mean, that's never been in doubt, to be honest. He seems like a good, nice guy. Look at these guys. They kind of remind me of the Pillarmen from fucking JoJo's. Rivals in love, friends in I don't know, maybe not. Oh, apologies, guys. What's over there? Ah. Hmm. Oh shit. Well, that's a mistake. This is really strange. I did just pause, so this episode's ending soon, which, yeah, so it definitely is ending on a cliffhanger, isn't it? Wanny. Gators. Oh. They've got a name for that. Look at them. They are a bit like gators. Is that a real thing? I imagine so. I imagine so in Japan. The thing about Japan, they're really nice and sweet and understanding and nice people. But there's also like because it's so extremely kind of nice and polite. There's also the opposite to that, the extremely kind of perverted and yeah. That's what I feel about anime. There's such kind of strictness with their work and their salaryman kind of lifestyle, and it's so intense in that regard to be responsible, to be a good person, that inevitably, because you've got such strict rules on being a good person, that the people that deviate away from that are extreme in that regard as well. And you get that of anime. Anime is extremely weird, and especially when compared to like American kind of cartoons and such, it's extremely different and weird. And there's some very controversial stuff in anime a lot of the time, and that's because that's like that is only the case because there's such an extreme kind of thing with the work and so on. Hopefully you get my point now. I'm wording that pretty horribly, aren't I? But like I said, I feel like they definitely planned, which is good. Which is good news. They definitely planned this sequel, didn't they? It was a shame that it was only 12 episodes in general. I feel like 25 episodes has just been killing it lately. This year with like Frieren, um, Dungeon Meshi, Apothecary Diaries. Like 25 episodes is like the way to go. All those shows are like some of the best of the year. And I think there's obviously correlation between shows being best of the year and having more episodes. But yeah, they knew that season 2 was going to be in the works, because I don't think they would have formatted it ending off like, what if it didn't go down well? I mean, judging from the manga reception as well, I don't think that was ever going to be the case. But what if it didn't go down well? You've now just finished your anime off with this. It feels like a pretty lackluster ending. Even if we had to wait like a year or two, it feels like a long wait till we got kind of answers for this stuff. And like I said during the reaction, I'm especially looking forward to seeing what's going on in this place. It's just my kind of vibe. Like there was something similar in Train to the End of the World that came out. It was either last season or the season before, where they travelled across like cities and villages and such in Japan, and half of them were like that there was some kind of weird like cult stuff going on, or they were like transformed by something or controlled by some kind of like fungus or something. I really love kind of premises like that. One of my favorite horror movies is called the Mouth of Madness, which you guys definitely need to check out if you haven't seen it in like horror movies. Very underrated, and yes, it's got a kind of similar premise. Not really exactly the same, but a kind of similar premise and a similar kind of vibe of the town being kind of iffy and dodgy. But yeah, do let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Good ending episode. Like I said, it didn't feel like an ending episode. It very much felt like an episode that I wouldn't be too mad if you didn't have any news about what was happening and you just thought there was going to be an episode next week. I could very much understand if you thought that would be the case. But yeah, again, GG. I feel like they're just trying a bit too hard of him, honestly. It's not really my style of comedy. It just feels like almost every time they get a chance, it's a bit like Marvel. What they've done with like Marvel with their jokes is like every time they get a chance, they try to do something, and it lands maybe 2 out of 10 times or something. But yeah, because they try so much, inevitably there's going to be some parts that are funny. But it's a lot more misses than hits in my opinion. Does seem like a nice guy though. I really like this bit at the end of him, to be honest with you. I think that's my favourite part of this character we've got so far. Him actually kind of fighting with Oka in here, and discussing their kind of thoughts on Momo, and actually getting a little bit serious from him and discovering this whole stuff around his house. I imagine it will get even more serious for his character, so that is what I'm most looking forward to. Again though, do let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date, and I'll see you guys in a few months with episode 1 of season 2.